Hi there, this is Stephanie Treasure, and welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Business Growth Live. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you that are celebrating in the United States. I hope that your day is going great. I hope that you're making lots of memories with family members and friends. And for those of you that are celebrating Thanksgiving or recognizing Thanksgiving in the US, with the absence of loved ones, my heart is out to you. I lost a loved one earlier this year as well, and I hope that you can remember that person fondly and be in gratitude for the times that you were able to share with them and or the memories that you were able to make with those loved ones and friends that are no longer with you or able to celebrate Thanksgiving with you. So today I want to talk about, on this edition of Let's Talk Business Growth Live, what I've titled as acknowledge your gratitude gap and welcome even more success. So some preamble for this topic. Many times what I find, and I'm also guilty of this, is that business owners look ahead to where they're going or where they'd like to be, or they look at someone who is further along in their business journey than they are, or possibly has more resources and are able to have a wonderful and fulsome and beautiful presence and branding, and they have team and they're executing wonderful, successful launches, at least from what they think on the outside, and look at where, compare where they are to where these other business owners are who seem to be having all the success and achieving all the things and making all the money when you as a business owner are not, right? You're not there or not where you'd like to be. And even if you're not looking at those other business owners, you're looking again at where you'd like to be, the amount of money that you need to be making, which, is possibly twice, as much as you're making now, or thrice, or much more than that. And you're looking at this far off place from where you are currently, right? And what I'm defining here, and I've done some training on this before. If you've been following me for some time, you've heard me speak about this. But the gratitude gap, how I'm going to define that is that, let me see now, looking at where you're coming from, right? So where we tend to look at is where we are not, right? The journey that we need to travel to, or the distance we need to get to from where we are to where we'd like to be in our business, in our life. And we negate how far we've come, right? Where we started and where we are now, right? How much we've progressed from where we used to be to where we are now, as opposed to only looking at where we are now to where we want to be, right? And the gap between where we have started to where we are now, if you were to really put that, I normally do this video with a triangle. And you have the journey from where you were to where you'd like to be, and where you are to where you're going. And actually, if you were to do a tally, or if you were to add up all the things, or all the lessons learned, or all that you've accomplished from, or how much growth you've achieved from where you were or where you started to where you are now, that gap, that distance is normally much bigger from the distance from where you are to where you're headed, or where you'd like to be, right? And again, if you were to somehow tally or if you were to somehow quantify that, you'd find that there's so much more to be thankful for, judging from where you started to where you are now, that you really need to recognize and be in gratitude for as you continue to journey from where you are to where you'd like to be. It's possibly a shorter gap than you even realize. However, you need to spend some time, at least mentally or virtually, in that gratitude gap, recognizing, realizing, celebrating, documenting, reflecting, about all that you've achieved, how far you've come, how much you've grown, in order to truly embrace and celebrate that, so that you can really feel more empowered to continue the journey as you achieve more along the way and get to that destination, even if you can even say that there is a destination, because as they say, success is a journey, not a destination. So you'll always grow. There'll always be more to go, even if you have a target that you'd like to hit right now, a milestone that you're looking to get to right now. When you get there, you're going to find yourself, if you're truly a high achiever, wanting to achieve even more. And you won't really get to the end of the journey per se, right? But I want to encourage you, especially as we're especially those of you in the US, and I used to live in the US, so I also celebrated and enjoyed the Thanksgiving holiday. I want for you to spend some time in the gratitude gap, that gap between that distance, that area, virtually so, from where you started to where you are now, and truly acknowledge how far you've come. So the call to action for this live stream, for this issue, this segment rather of Let's Talk Business Growth Live, right, is to, first, I'd like to celebrate with you, because I know you have many wins to celebrate. So I'm going to ask you to comment below using the comment section of wherever you're watching this, whether it's on Instagram, in my Facebook group, Facebook page, or YouTube, and let me know or share with me some wins that you can think of right now that you can celebrate, so that I and the others watching this can celebrate with you. And as you see others comment below, I'd like to, or invite you to reply to their comments and celebrate with the others that are celebrating some pretty exciting wins, right? Then I'm going to ask you or invite you to spend some time this weekend, or if you can carve out some time in the coming week, virtually sitting in the gratitude gap and thinking about all that you have achieved, at least this year, right? We're now in the 11th month of the year, just coming to the end of the 11th month. I know that you've achieved some pretty exciting wins, right? Some various achievements, possibly hit some milestones in your business. Possibly there are some lessons that you've learned that were highly valuable, that really positions you to move forward more steadfastly in your business journey to accomplish even more, right? Take some time to sit and acknowledge those. Do it with pen and paper, right? So that you can actually write things down and feel into all that you have to celebrate, all that you have to be in gratitude for, all that you have to be thankful for in your business, which I bet is quite a bit, right? And quite amazing, right? And really spend some time there and feel into it, so that you can truly realize how much growth you've achieved, how far you've come, and be able to feel empowered as you look to achieve even bigger milestones and bigger wins for the rest of this year and next year, as well as the years to come in your business. All right, that's my assignment for you today. And I hope you found this helpful. I do encourage you again to acknowledge that gratitude gap, and of course comment below so that we can celebrate some of your wins that you want to share with us right here in the comment section of this edition of Let's Talk Business Growth Live. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next edition of Let's Talk Business Growth Live. Bye.